What time is it? 9:15 on the head. We're gonna get started in 3 minutes. Let me make sure I put it into the Discord. 2 more minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna check news. First thing first, you want to see if there's news. May 11th. There's no news. There's no. All right. Second thing. So that makes it a lower probability for today. So when there's no news on Mondays, it's called No News Mondays. It's a low probability chance that we can get some good order flow. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on a daily chart to find my key levels, my key zones. First thing I see here is that I have a bullish order block right here. We have a down close candle, which is a bearish candle, and you got an aggressive move up. So I'm gonna notate that the most sensitive part of the order block to the top wick. All right. The second thing is we have a new day opening gap. This candlestick closed here, and this one opened up here, right? So that's a gap. That's an imbalance. You just draw it. So you draw it like this. You want to start it from the close of the bullish candle, and you will bring it to the opening price of here. The opening will never change. So the opening price is right here. And this is my new week opening gap. Right. This is my new week opening gap. And remember, this is how we treat new week opening gaps. If it's below it, I want to be short. And then if it's above it, I want to see it bullish. Right. I don't want to trade in between these ranges. All right. So I got my bullish order block on a daily time frame, most sensitive part to the top wick. And then I got my new day opening gap. Now I go down to a lower time frame. And then another thing, you see how we're deep in a premium? So I don't even have to draw my opening range prices out. And I know we're in a deep premium. So when I'm in a deep premium, I'm not looking for longs because I'm in a premium. All right. So I see this higher time frame fair value gap right here. So this is a 4 hour fair value gap. It's a busy. Make sure it don't have a volume imbalance. All right. That's 3 levels we have on our charts. And now we go down to a lower time frame. Draw our liquidity. We have relative highs right here. Right? Relative highs, trend line liquidity, stacked highs, double is like a double top, double highs, right? I know the market likes to hunt that. So uh this is internal buy side liquidity. And then this would be external because it's the highest. So this is the buy side liquidity. This is basically all time highs. And if you got any questions, just put them into the chat. All right. So we have this 4 hour fair value gap, and then we have this new day opening gap coupled with these buy side liquidity. And you see here we have relative lows also, right? We got Asia low. We got Asia lows. We got these relative lows. We got all these lows right here. So this would be internal. Yeah, internal sell side liquidity. And then we have this low. So we got all these lows right here. Okay, so we got relative lows and relative highs coupled with this 4 hour fair value gap. Now let's look for our opening prices. Go to 12 o'clock. Bearish candles open high. Midnight open. What time is it? We still got 6 minutes till market open. And then let's find the 8:30 open. 8:30 bullish candles. Bearish candles open high, close low. All right, so this is the 8:30 open. So as you see, it's the same thing I do every single day. So now let's go down to a 5. And before I look at ES, let me finish with NQ. What do I have? So what do I have? What do I have? So as you see, we have basically relative highs and relative lows. So of course I would be bullish, right? Because we're near all-time highs, right? You don't want to pick a top. So A plus scenario would be because we got both of these lows and both of these highs, right? Both of the sides of the market are smoothed, right? So you want to wait for the market to actually make one of the other sides jagged, right? To get a sweep. So because I'm bullish, I don't want to see it open up and go up higher and sweep these highs, right? Because it could just continue from here. So best scenario for me will be it opens and plays around for a little bit, right? And then come down, sweeping out Asia lows, right? And this internal sell side liquidity that we have here, right? Into this 4 hour fair value gap. preferably stays in the upper half, right? Then start coming up, getting bullish order flow. First target will be the new day opening gap. Then once we get above it, now once we're above, you see how we're above. Once we get above here, we will be above midnight open. We'll be above 8:30 open. We already manipulated lower. We should hold this new day opening gap to target these highs up here. All right, that's the A plus example that I'm guessing that will may happen for me to catch my play. But you got to remember it's Monday. Mondays be low probability days, and you see how we're literally right inside of this new day opening gap. So it's like this holds as resistance. Whenever it's underneath, support. Whenever it's above, right, you want to see hold as, I'm sorry, when it's underneath, resistance, above, support. So you see here, right, look what happened. It's like a magnet. So you see how it's like a magnet. Price started yesterday. Asia here came up, took out buy side, came right back to the new day opening gap. Look how all of the bodies is staying inside. Like, look at that shit. Look at the body. Look at the bodies. See what I'm saying? Wicks. And then you get it here. Then you get it here. But you see how it always returns back. Oh, I got so much drawings on the shit. But you see how it always returns back to this new day opening gap. And then if you look at it, it so happened to be coupled with midnight open. So you see price keeps returning back to the midnight open, which is this line right here. And it keeps returning back to the new day opening gap. Right. So you just gotta be mindful of that. And it's the start of the week. So let's see what type of order flow we get. I got 2 minutes to market open. Look at ES. So look how ES got these relative highs right here. Look at all these highs for ES. My shit came out great. All these highs for ES. Market about to open in literally a couple seconds. Oh, shit. All right, market opening. This going up right now. Let's see how we sweep them highs. You got an internal. So you see how it was like the second scenario, it'll open and then then it'll go up. It's like, damn, that's not what I wanted kind of to see because I wanted to actually target these highs. But it's still okay because we could target these lows right here, these relative lows. But the problem is you don't want to short all-time highs. So this is all-time highs right here. So there's no there's no long for me. Like you could get the continuation, like once it breaks above, like we're gonna draw it out once it creates the breaker. But let's see. Let's see if it take both highs before I start drawing shit. Look at that monster. That shit literally opened up and just ran. That shit ran 95 points. Sheesh. You right there. Just there you go. All right. So I took the highs. Remember, in between two bullish in between two highs, there's always a bullish breaker. Look how that shit run, Lord. Alright. So like I said, you want to draw the last bullish candle. Let me draw it out for you. So you have well, you actually got a mitigation, right? You got a low, high, higher low, right? It made a higher low and then it made a higher high, right? So this is a mitigation block. Or it can be a breaker block also if you just switch the lows up, right? If you just use this low right here. So you got a low, high, lower low, higher high. So let me just draw the last bullish candle, which is that bullish breaker. All right. Look at that motherfucker run. All right. Let's see how price reacts when it comes back to this zone. Remember what I said? How do you know if price is going to keep on expanding? You want to see through the highs. You want to see a fair value gap. Look at the fair value gap right there. This would be a good play though to go long once it come back into this bullish breaker. But it just you don't want to go long into a premium. But let's see how price comes into this fair value gap right here. Let's see. Because this is a fair value gap and it's coupled with the bullish breaker. So all right. It's in the bullish breaker. It's in the fair value gap. Let's see how it reacts. Remember, what I'm looking for to see, what do it do here? Do it hold? Do it stay in the upper half? Right? Do it runs away? Do it disrespects it? Do it come in the lower half? I'm looking at all of that. So now you see how it's already in the lower half. All right. Look how it disrespected that fair value gap. It disrespected the breaker and disrespected fair value gap. That's why I said I'll be wanting to stay. I want to see it stay in the upper half. Right. So let's see. Let's see if this turns into an inverse. So this would be a good play to actually target these lows right here. Because now we got a sweep, lack of displacement higher, targeting these lows. Price actually moving pretty good on a Monday. ES and NQR and sync. Oh, and we got an SMT at the high. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Oh, yeah, we do. This high did not get swept out by ES. So this is a SMT. So let's see what happens when it comes into this inverse. Do we use the inverse to go lower? Do we disrespect it? What do we do? And on the 5 minute, we're coming into a bullish order block also. So let's see. It didn't have the willingness to go into the inverse yet. Let's see what it do. An A plus setup kind of would be a pullback right to this inverse and then see it come down. Right? That's if it's forgiving. If it's just extremely bearish, it's probably not going to come back up no more. Relative on the strength. So now it tapped the new day opening gap right here. Let's see if it pulls back. And we got an SMT at the highs. I want to see it give a retest. I want to see it retest this inverse fair value gap. So you saw how price ran up and then disrespected this bullish fair value gap and disrespected this bullish breaker. That's not bullish, right? We got a sweep and we got a lack of displacement higher. And we're in a premium. So remember, when you're in a premium, you already know the best short plays happen when you're in a premium. So let's see what it does. MDR trading, what they do? All right, we got a nice little touch. Well, let me delete this bullish breaker. I'm tripping. All right, we got a touch into the fair value gap. Let's see how it reacts when it comes into this inverse fair value gap. It already, like I said, it's an inverse coupled with a bearish fair value gap. So you see how it used the SIBI. Let's see. Let's see how weak it is. Damn. What if it runs right here? That only that one little tap is all I needed. That'd be crazy. Let's see if it's forgiving. The only thing is that you do not want to short through this new day opening gap. Like you feel me? Like it could rip through it. Yes, it can, just how this can, but it's just like when it's above when it's above the new day opening gap, you want to see it hold as basically support. Just how you see how it touched it here and it ran up. See what I'm saying? So it's like if this new day opening gap wasn't here, it would literally be an A plus setup in a way. Because we got a sweep, like I said, break down again. We got a sweep, SMT at the highs with ES and NQ. You see, this high did not get swept out on ES. We got the bullish breaker that did not work. You already know when the bears when the bullish breaker don't work, that shit gonna drop. Not of course not all the time, but it's just the signs, right? But the problem is we at all time highs. So it's like you don't want to short a horse. You don't really want to short a horse that's running. Like you see this pop, like it's hard to short this. You know what I'm saying? That's why in this game you gotta have confidence. So let's see if it comes back into this new day. I mean, let's see if it comes back into this inverse to start heading lower. Or we're seeing if that one little touch into the fair value gap and displace lower. Let's see if that's all it needs. Or we're looking to see if it just disrespect this fair value gap right here. Boom, and it just start doing other shit. Right? Those are all key insights. And remember, we're in a premium. So when I'm in a premium, the best longs don't come out of the premium. Now, like I said, it can. The price could just do what it wanted to do. But when we talking about A plus setups though. All right, so it's back into it. Good thing we waited. All right. Now it's back. ES is literally right close by these goddamn highs. You know how many niggas took this play right here? Just know that. Just know that. So many niggas took this play right here. Like this short right here. Off the first initial. Cause I know because I would have took that motherfucking short. But I'm working on being disciplined. And then it didn't create the order block, right? Remember, you want to see it create an order block also. So let's see what it do. It's in the oh shit. There's no more SMT. That's not a good sign for bearish. You see how it's in the upper half? It's not a good sign. If you're bearish, like how I was, like I said, I'm bullish. Like I said, I'm bullish, but I was waiting for a sweep into these to go back up. You see how we ain't getting no real sweep to the downside. I mean, we ain't getting no sweep to the downside. So there's no more SMT. So now we're looking to see, do it make this damn zone? Do it make this zone right here an inverse to go back up higher? Because let's break it down. It broke back above. It made it a bullish fair value gap, right? That was coupled with the bullish breaker. It broke through that shit. So now it disrespected the bullish fair value gap. Now remember, I was bearish, so I want to see the opposing fair value gaps get used. You feel me? When it gets flipped. So this was a bullish one. Now I want to see it used as a bearish fair value gap. Look how it touched this SIBI, but not the inverse. Drop lower, then it popped up. And now it's in the upper half. So now you see how it didn't use it to go bullish. It didn't use it to go bearish. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, man, what is this fair value gap doing? So once it start doing dumb shit, realistically, it's what I do. Once it kind of like start doing dumb shit, like not right now, because you see how, because it can still use it to go higher. It can still use this equilibrium and go higher. It's all about how do it use it. Right now, I'm looking at equilibrium of it. Right? I see that. I see that it closed above it, it went down, and then it closed above equilibrium of this inverse, right? And then you see how it this candlestick opened, you see how it went down, and then it touched equilibrium. So it looked like it's using it. It looked like it may use it to go higher, right? So let's see. So before you delete certain zones, you just want to wait and see how it uses the zones before you just delete zones. Cause you see, let's get some bullish order flow. We got a bullish order block right here. Changing the state, and you got a fair value gap. If you're bullish, right? If you're bullish, you want to see this part hold. If you're bearish, you like what you're looking at right now. If you're bearish, you like the fact that it's holding and holding as resistance. The problem is it's in the upper half. That's the problem. When you see shit being upper half, lower half, upper half, lower half, that's not great signs. You want to see it respect either the upper half or the lower half or equilibrium. You see how you're doing whatever? Now it's just like, man, you know what? Delete this zone and I'm gonna just draw the big ass fair value gap that's right here. And this shit got a value imbalance. So whenever you have a fair value gap and it has a value imbalance, you have to draw that also. A little bit advanced, but that's how ICT teaches it. So because I'm bearish, I'm gonna just leave the bearish PD arrays on here. But matter of fact, I'm gonna leave this bullish order block right here because I wanna see if it come into this order block right here and respects it. Changing the state. All right. You see how when you're patient, you can get so much insight, right? You don't gotta be hot bone getting ready to jump into a trade and feel me. You don't gotta like do all that all the time. Remember, this is a poor man's gamble, but it's a rich nigga sport. See what I'm saying? So you gotta know when to trade, when not to trade. That's the key with keeping money in this market, knowing when to trade and when not to. But you're only gonna get that through experience. You feel me? Through time in the game. And I'm looking at a 5 minute. Look like we got a 5 minute bullish breaker, but that big ass wick down, I did not like that. So it's still respecting this bearish fair value gap, and we get a change, and we got look like we got a change in the state out of it. So you see how you got. So this is the first. This is like one of the first scenarios where we can actually break down bearish things because it's been so bullish lately. You got these two bullish candles, and you see that aggressive move down. That's called displacement. Through displacement, is either going to create an order block or a fair value gap. So this is the low of both of these candles right here. This bearish candle closed way down here, closing below that low wick of this bullish candle right here. That makes it an order block, a bearish order block. And the same way how I draw the bullish ones is the same way how I draw the from the opening price, which is here from the bullish candle to the low wick. I want to see this zone right here offer resistance. OB's wick. You see how it touched that? You see how it touched it to the, you see how it touched it to the T? Ooh, ooh. This shit may drop right here. Then you see how we got these lows. So now look at all these lows. You got this low right here. You got this low right here. You have this low right here. You have this low right here. The only problem, like I said, is you have this new day opening gap that's holding as support. You see how we used it here? See how price ran, came back down, and used it right here. So when you have too much, when things are like conflicting a little bit, you don't have to trade. And look, we got another order block. So you see all of these. Wait, you gotta wait for it to close. Look, all of these is one, two, three. All of these bullish candles. You see how once it closed below the low, it makes it an order block. So all of the series of all these bullish candles, once it closed below the low of that first bullish candle, bearish order block. And then same thing, but because it's a series of bullish candles, right? You can actually do something that I actually want to start doing is using your fib, and you want to get mean threshold. So you go from the low to the high of the order block. Mean threshold is literally, remember, equilibrium right here, 50%. And look how it's coupled with the lower half of this fair value gap, and it's literally coupled, literally right with the OB's wick of this one, and it's equilibrium of this series. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of confluences right here. So we're looking to see how bullish are you? Are you willing to come to this part? Are you willing to come to here? Are you willing to disrespect all this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of those insights that you're looking and analyzing while you're trading. But the problem is right now, I'm both sides. I'm bullish because I'm at all-time highs. I know on a higher time frame, I'm bullish. But I'm bearish because, not bearish, but remember, we have sell side liquidity. Look at all these lows right here. All these lows are sweet. Low, low. But this low got swept. Low. You see what I'm saying? Then you got the opening prices. The problem is, this zone is holding as resistance. And then coupled with your best shorts is in a premium. Look how we're above, and we're above the opening prices. Ooh, look at that motherfucker. Look at that. You see this wick, you want to see speed. I want to see speed past this wick. I want to see it speed. I don't want to see it bullshit here, right? Because it could actually reverse because we got a sweep, right? I want to see speed. And look, it's right at midnight open. Look at the order block right here. Oh my gosh, look at that. I gotta draw that out for y'all. I'm glad it's on YouTube because this shit is actually recorded on YouTube. Look at the order block. Look at that. Look how it come and touch it. Look at the bodies. The bodies in the lower half. Look at the order block right here. Remember I said the series of bullish candles. Once it closes below, if this close, look how it opens and touch it. The most sensitive part. Look how this one come above it, touch it. Then that shit just drop. Like I said, if this new day opening gap wasn't here and it wasn't the Monday, psst, from this touch, I would have caught that straight right here. Boop. Let's see if it break through this goddamn new day opening gap. I do kind of like this speed past this low right here. Well, it's not extremely speed, but you see how you got a candle below this low. The problem is it's at midnight open. So this sweep may be all they need to go back up higher because we're at all-time highs. Remember what I said? If we was down here, I was like my first target would be the new day opening gap. Same thing. My first target would have been new day opening gap, coupled with midnight open, because I know this new day opening gap may hold its resistance. So let's see if I caught this play. Let's see how much off that touch. Boop. Let's see how I caught it. Stop loss above, Lord, 20, 30 points. Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough. Who the fuck keep texting me? The fuck is Jordan? Good morning, Lewis. That's great. Have some guide to help you through the process, and I'm here to help you and maintain your consistency. This could be really helpful for you. I appreciate that though. Fucking Jordan. Oh, this the trainer. I don't really need none. Mm-mm-mm. Call me your moon. What is it? Look at Dawn. 5 minute inverse. Wait for the close below the 5 minute bullish fair value gap. We actually just retested it. He talking about this fair value. I see it right here. It's on the screen to my right. I ain't gonna lie. I may book this nigga to be my trainer. I need accountability. Call me removed. What time is it? Somebody writing this motherfucker. All right, what you talking about? Why that MDR trading look familiar? That name look familiar, bro. He said, "When and done, trade safe, trade smart." MDR sound familiar. Who is that? He said took shorts off the 4 hour high. Still holding the runner. You guys have a good day. Well, fuck you there, nigga. Talking about you one and done, nigga. Good shit, my boy. Ooh, look at that drop. Ooh. I ain't gonna say I know. But you see how? See one thing ICT said. ICT said when you can see the play and actually just like not take it, you're getting there. That's how you know you're not still experiencing so much FOMO and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this was a great trade. You know what I'm saying? But you had to be patient. This was actually a time where we really don't even look for short. So like this is a short thing. So one thing I love, how you see how these highs right here. You see this high, and then you see this high. So check this out. It's cool. I ain't gotta take this short. Right? I ain't tripping. But guess what? Whenever let me go to a 5. But guess what? Whenever this motherfucker decide to come down here and sweep out his internal sell side and these Asia lows and is smacking to this 4 hour fair value gap, whenever that decide, and that bit start holding like this is where we think about going long. But the problem is same thing. We're below this new day opening gap. So I would have to judge order flow and actually wait for it to get above, because this is from here to here, that's 40 points. Look, I'm at 335. The target is what? 436. See, it's 100 points. So I still got room to catch this. So I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I don't care to even, because I know for a fact there's not high probability because of the conditions that the market is in right now. But think about it. The setup could be there. That's what I mean. Like the setup could be there. Like you can have the setup, you can have the bullish order block, you can have the fair value gap, you could be in the premium, you could be all that. But because it's a Monday, that bit still may not run. Feel me? That bit still may not run. So it's coming back to the change in the state. Let's see if it shows some support, or let's see if it comes back up to this goddamn city. So you see how every time it touched this new opening gap, look what happened. Like I said, market open, bam, popped up. You can't control the volatility of market open. That shit'll break through anything. Look how it touched it. Boop, boop. You see how it's in the lower half? That's a good sign, and then not a good sign at the same time. But look what it do. Internal sweep, pop up. So look at the order block. This may be all it needs to go up higher right here. Then eventually going to disrespect this SIBI to treat this share as an inverse to go higher. Right? Those are the signs. Or it just may disrespect it. It may really just continue with the move and go lower and then come back up. Or it could literally go lower and break through this 4-hour fair value gap, because actually we're extremely in a premium. Because if you go to a goddamn you go to any higher time frame, like look at this. Look how far we're running, G. This is a crazy premium. So just know, one day we gonna fall. And when I mean that big gonna fall, that big gonna fall. That big gonna fall one day. So Trump doing his best thing possible to keep this bitch still pumping. So anyways, unfortunately, we didn't catch no trade today, but I hope I did a good job of breaking down order flow, breaking down the analysis, and we switching them up. Usually we'll go through a time period where I'll be listening to a Discord, right? Matter of fact, hold on, let me draw this order block, because now let's see if we get some bullish order flow, because we got a sweep. We got the sweep into a key zone, which is this new day opening gap. We already went below 8:30. We already went below midnight. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving you both sides of the market. So now I want to see some bullish order flow. If it's bullish, or if it's bearish, it's going to disrespect the bullish things. This is how you actually manage your trades live. You got the order block here. If you was in a trade, you got the order block. Remember, immediately after a sweep, what you want to see? Somebody put in the chat. Immediately after a sweep, what you want to see? Immediately after a sweep, what do you want to see? You want to see the opposing. You want to see the opposing PD rates get disrespected. Like I said, once it's sweep, you want to go right to that same leg of the sweep, which is here. Look for the first fair value gap. Draw that motherfucker. Because this is the inverse. Look how we above it now. Look how we got a change in the state. We got a on a 5-minute. We gotta move into a 5-minute order block. So let me go to a 5-minute quick so you can see it. Look at the 5-minute. Right. Look at this order block right here. It came into a 5-minute order block right here, coupled with a fair value gap, which was right here. And then it was below midnight, was below 8:30. You see what I'm saying? You see how you gotta align the A plus setups? And now look, I ain't gonna lie, this trade. Hold on, this trade look too good. Oh shit, on my phone now. God damn. Look how you get another order block. Most sensitive part is from here to here. Obese wig. Look at that. Look, let's see if it holds. Cause now we're targeting these highs. We're targeting these highs. I don't really need none. Mm-mm-mm. I wanna know. Let's see if this motherfucker hold. Look like it's holding right now. Let's see what it do. The problem is it's at this Sibi that it started rejecting from. Right? That's why you don't want to get into it before you want to wait for it to get above. Right? You don't want to anticipate it. And from down here, you got enough bullish order flow to kind of trust it. You can take it, but it's like it can still reject here. You feel me? So you gotta be mindful of that. That's if you're bullish. If you're bearish, this is not what you want to see. If you're bearish, right now, this is not what you want to see. No kids. Let's see how it breaks through these highs. Let's see if it have the willingness. First thing I'm looking for, do it have the willingness to get to equilibrium of this Sibi? It's the first thing I'm looking for. Let's see. I didn't even see this. Look at what it's rejecting off of this Sibi right here. Like you're gonna come back to the order block. Now let's see. Let's see if these Peter rays really hold. Because it's respecting the bearish one, and then it's respecting the bullish one. So it's like it's a fight between the bullish and the bears. So let's see if it breaks it. I mean, if it come back, use the order block. Let's see if it stop here, or do it come down here, or do it come down here. That's what you're looking for. You don't want to see it come all the way down here because it's already showing respect from here. You want to see it stop here. I wanna know. You already showed the CBs holding as resistance. You see that already, which is a good sign because once we get above it, it can still pop up and use it as support. So you see how we got all of the bullish order flow drawn out, and we got majority of the bearish order flow drawn out. I ain't gonna lie, this would be an A plus setup. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Well, let me say A plus, but the conditions of it, this would be a good trade to target them highs right there. And we just closed above a 5 minute CB inverse right here. So if it's bullish, it should go. But if it's bearish, then you know that shit can do whatever the hell it want to do. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Gotta hurry up and get out of here soon. Gotta get ready to go to work. I don't really need. Let's see if this order block holds. Because this is actually a propulsion block. So a propulsion block is when you have an order block that trades into another order block, right? So look at. So look how you got this order block right here. So you got this order block, this order block. So when they both trade, oh shit. You said y'all saw that shit? That bitch done teleported. Hold on. Wait, is that a propulsion? Order block? Oh no, sorry, that is not a propulsion block. It's just a regular order block. Let's see. That bitch just teleported. Let's see. The Monday, just that Monday activity. It's that Monday activity. We got 9 seconds. So you see how it opened, came right down to the order block? You see how it's respecting the most sensitive part of the order block? Y'all see that? So if this play don't go, that's because it ain't bullish. Because one thing I do love is these equal highs, these relative highs up here, especially right here. The problem is it's still respecting bearish order flow in a way. So I'm saying so. But you see, bullish shit, bullish. Look how much bullish things you're respecting. Bullish fair value gap, got a sweep, displacement higher. We disrespected the opposing fair value gap, which was here. Look how we used it. Look how we respecting it. Created an order block outside of it. Now we're holding this another order block, the wick. So I'm saying, so we got some good order flow at the moment on the Monday, which is surprisingly, because usually on Mondays price don't really move as smooth as this. I want to see it close above this SIBI right here, and go long. But you want to see it close. This is how you manage your trade while you're in the trade, though. So I'm saying, you see why I'm saying you gotta know the concepts for real. Like we can't kind of know them. That's lovely right there. Now I want to see it close and use this CB as a inverse. Good shit. We got 540 right now. Ooh, love. Come on. Bring my stop below that that first inverse. Basically, right here, you do not want to see this fair value gap get disrespected right here. This CB right here. You got an order block. You got so much shit right here. This right here. It should not disrespect this. It really shouldn't even come down to this lower half. TP Literally right here. Let's see if it get there. Okay, now it's into the inverse. You want to see it hold. You want to see it hold. And it's coupled with a fair value gap. Remember, I want to see it stay in the upper half. I want to see it stay here. I want to see it stay here. Let's zoom in. It should not disrespect the change in the state of delivery. Let's zoom in. Close it. Our boy can see that bit. And it's coupled with a fair value gap right here. Oh my gosh. You ain't even see that. Look at the fair value. Look at that flip. This shit definitely gonna go. Ooh! I wanna know who giving head tonight. I wanna know. Oh shit, let me not be too happy. Hold on, I ain't even sweep the high yet. But my shit at break even. My shit literally right below this low, so I ain't even tripping. I'm gonna still take home 400. Wait, what this is? Wait, from 79 to 9, I'm gonna still take home what? I'm still take home like 200. All right, come on, come on, pop, pop, bitch. I wanna know who giving head tonight. Who giving head tonight? I'm talking about dimes. You feel me? All right, we out there. Stop lady right below. Bam, I'm out of there. I'm out. I wanna know. Hold on right quick. My old girl calling me. Nah, you gonna blame everything on the weed. It's not gonna blame everything on the tree, bruh. It don't matter what happens, right? My old girl gonna blame it on the weed. It don't matter what happened, bruh. She gonna blame it on the weed, bruh. Anyways, hold on. In between two highs, it's a bullish breaker. I hope y'all boys caught that. So you see how you got to be able to switch in transition. So I'm saying you got to be able to see the longs and then but be patient and think about shorts. And then you see what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to have shit in your arsenal. Honestly, it's not good to be thinking longs and then be thinking short at the same time. That's not good because now you're everywhere. Right? You don't want to be everywhere. You see, but I had a game plan for both sides. And then based off the order flow, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna know who giving head tonight. Come on, man. You almost there, G. I'm already out the trade because it stopped me out on this dumbass. Wait, that's it stopped me out. Oh yeah, it did stop me out. So I caught it. Hold on, let me show you where I caught it from. It stopped me out because I put my hold on. High. So you see how it wicked it? So this what happened, right? It should still go. Like this Sibby and this BC should still hold to go up higher. Don't even worry about that, honestly. I ain't gonna lie, you could even jump in. You could jump in long and take it. But the problem is the risk to reward is not good. You get in long right now, you're only gonna get what 20 points just targeting those highs. Oh nope, that's a negative RR trade. You see how it's 0.81? That's a negative risk to reward trade. You can't do that because you got to put your stop loss below here. But anyway, so I got in my executions. So I'm one and done too, nigga. Talking about he one and done. I'm one and done too, nigga. Fuck on that nigga. I'm one and done too, nigga. I got in at 370. Where's 370? My entry was at 370. This nigga Don said he got in. I caught it on my practice, but caught it on my live too. Live account at 330. I wanna know. Go ahead, Don. Sing it with me. Sing it with me. Who giving head tonight? Don, tell them hoes who giving head. My dog needs some head from these hoes. Whoa. Anyways, yeah. But you just took out the three. You just took out the 250 though, right? So if you got that bit back to 3, ooh, love. But this nigga done sent me everything. Who give it? Now you good. Oh, you didn't take it. Say that. Oh, so now you Gucci. You done now. From the better than the wallet. I ain't gonna lie, right now be a good long right now, G y'all boys. I ain't gonna cat. Kizzy, I ain't gonna cat right now. Right now be a good long. Cause now the risk reward is good now. The risk reward is good now. I doubt anybody gonna take this play though, but this play right here should go long right now. Stop loss right below this inverse. Literally only risking 16 points. It's not even a lot. 16 points, one contract, that's only $30. But if you're in the big boy, if you're in the mini, 16 points times 20, that's like around a couple B's. Ain't even a lot. But that is 16 points times 20. 320. All right, so your risk 320 to make 34 points. 20 times 34. Come on, 680, nigga. But anyways, I got in at I said I got in at 70, 370. My long I bet you ain't get I bet you ain't get a better feel than me. I bet you ain't get a better feel than me, Don. Well, he probably did. Who knows? I doubt it though, because your boy is a sniper. But this play I was late though. I ain't even gonna lie. As I was breaking this play down, that's why I got into the long. Remember, I was like, oh shit, where my phone at? This shit gonna go. That's when I was so that was the key indication to let you know that nigga might go long right now. I can't tell you all the time, feel me? But of course I would love to. But this wasn't a play for now my shit at 337. Come on, Don. Tighten up, boy. Get your entry right, nigga. Get your entry right. Stop being. I got you 3 points, nigga. Yes, 3 points times what? 4? That's 12 ticks. Left, yeah, 12 ticks in the bag, bitch. Stop playing. Anyways, hold on. 370. 370. 370, 25. It's actually where I left your ass at. Actually, where I got in at. 370. 370. Right here. Bam. See, look, I only caught 40 points. Look at that. This is my trade right here. This is my first trade. You caught 7. He said, what are you trading, sir? Nigga, it's on the screen. Nigga, you don't see it says NQ? I ain't gonna lie. When you click the link, it's literally gonna say live trading NQ using smart money concepts. So shout about the execution. I don't know if y'all can see that motherfucker. See, I bought it, sold that motherfucker. This page should still go. I don't know. I kind of want to jump into this bitch, just cause. But I told Don I'm working on everything that I'm not good at. So over trading, FOMO, and not being on a 5 minute is what be killing me sometimes. So that's what I'm working on. Another thing, this is not a great entry. You know why? Because you never want to buy in a premium, right? So we bought it in a premium, kind of, but remember we got the sweep, and then I'm managing order flow. You know what I'm saying? And then look, if I look at equilibrium, if I draw equilibrium from this high to this low, you see, look where I'm balling at. I literally bought right at equilibrium of it. So I'm literally still buying on a discount from the high and low of this range. So I'm saying you do not want to buy above. See what I'm saying? So what I just said, that long was kind of like a greed play. And whenever you do greed plays, hold on, that bitch still holding though. But it's in the lower half, so that's not really what you want to see. Okay, still respecting the order block. Let me delete the city. It's a lot of green right here. Get the order block here. Okay, I came into it. We left generated highs. It's the last line of support right here. Last line, always over. Dead. If you took that long, my bad. If you took that long from up here, my bad, G. You ain't supposed to copy niggas' trades anyways. I want to know. So this is a good example. Before I get off, let me give a good example. This is a good example, right, of not being greedy. Look at these highs, right? You have one high here. You have one high here. We caught the play. Well, I caught the play from here, right? Now, please, y'all boys, stay on here. This is some good game right here. Remember what I said? How do you know if it's going to speed past the highs and keep going? Right? I said you want to see a fair, you want to see it leave a fair value gap right through those highs. That's why when it took the high, what I did, I put my stop literally right at the low of that bitch because I'm looking for a speed. I'm looking for a displacement. So if you don't get the displacement through the highs and it don't make a fair value gap, that's key signs that it may just reverse. So that's why what I did, I drew it out. The moment it hit the high, I drew it out, which is because it's a bullish breaker. And I want to see speed. And look at it. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Look at that. It never closed above the bullish breaker. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be patient. You gotta know what you're talking about, and you can't be greedy. Because if I would have held on to those highs, I would have got burnt right now. But remember, it's okay because you know that once it passes a high and it don't like the speed and it don't leave the fair value gap through the highs, it's time to start trailing. Because remember, this is a sweep. Remember what Don always say: sweep and run away. Look what it's doing. It swept. It literally swept and ran away. That's why you take some at the highs. That's why you sell some at liquidity. That's why you want to, if you're getting 4 contracts, you want to sell one, you want to sell another one, sell another one as it getting through the highs. Remember, how do you know if it's going to expand through the highs and continue? You want to see a fair value gap. We did not get no fair value gap right here through these highs. And we did not even close above the bullish breaker. Sweep and run away. You know what I'm saying? Look what it did. It swept and run away. When it expand through it and leave a fair value gap, it's sweeping and displacing up. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I apologize if y'all didn't catch that trade with your boy, but I didn't call it out for y'all to take it because this wasn't really a play for me to call out because it's a Monday, right? Mondays are, you see what is. It's no way in hell this shit dropped like this on a Monday. Like this shit supposed to be running. The high is literally right here. But remember, the last thing before I go, remember the market loves to do 4 things at all times, which are it's going to generate the liquidity, which are the highs and lows. It's going to generate the highs and lows. Then it's going to pull back to equilibrium of the range, right? Which is 50%. That's the second thing. The third thing the market going to do is going to pull back to a fair value gap. Right? Like how this play, you see how it pulled right back to a fair value gap or an inefficiency. Look at the fair value gap. Look how it break above and pulls right back to the fair value gap. The inverse pops up, then it pulls right back to a pediary. And then it pops up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to sweep and run away. So the last thing I'm going to do is going to hunt the highs and lows. So it's going to generate the liquidity. Then it's going to pull back to equilibrium. Then it's going to pull back to an inefficiency, or it's going to hunt the highs. Look at that shit. These are, you see how it literally hunted this low. So look, this low right here, this low got made. So this low got made and this low got made. They both. We all thought that these lows was just intact. We thought these lows wasn't going to get swept because we wasn't thinking bearish. You see how fast the market could just drop. Now you see how fast the market could just do what it want to do. You know what I'm saying? And now we got these highs up here that's still relative. This high that haven't get taken out yet, and then you got this new high that just got generated. You know what I'm saying? Look how the market look how it keep pulling right back to midnight open. Look how it leave midnight open and then come right back to it. New day opening gap. Leave it, come right back to it, and a new day opening gap. Leaves it, come right back to it, and a new day opening gap. So I'm saying these are key signs on why you just take it at internals. These are internals. You want to take high. You want to sell some on internals. Yes, you can let it run and go out. Yes, but You want to at least sell some. You want to at least secure some profits. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow we'll be back again, 9:15. I catch y'all boys on the downside. And one more time, if you a nigga in here, say it one time with me. Where the head at? Tell them Hov he wants a head. Nigga. Let me stop fucking around before I can get banned off fucking YouTube. But I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I know how to trade. I don't need YouTube. Catch y'all boys on the back end. I wanna know who giving head tonight on a Monday, nigga. Kill their ass. Hey, I ain't even finished this live. Niggas still in this bitch. You ain't me talk my shit. How you in this bitch? Yo, where's the end button, G? Hey man, get this money, man. How you get off this shit? Fuck. Oh, right here, end screen. Yeah, we went on for an hour. We went on for an hour and 18 minutes, man. I wanna know who giving head tonight. Let's get it.